a lot of fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
Our biggest show ever. But we also didn't know that before. No one really knew over here in Holland.
Ladies and gentlemen, with millions of streams in the sunny Haarlem, I present to you Tom from Tom and Jame. Thanks for joining us today, Tom.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, man.
Nice.
Had a nice studio day, so...
Created some bangers?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Let's start right off with some questions, actually. How's the music going? You've recently been releasing a lot of stuff. Yeah. First being a huge hit on Universal Music, right?
Yeah. It's called On My Way, and we did that, I think, over 2 months ago now.
Okay.
It's been pretty good. And also we did a second track this year. It's called Moses. We did it on Hexagon. And they're doing pretty good, man. It's a difficult time right now because, you know, we mostly like to make club music and like festival music, and it's not perfect time to do that.
No.
But yeah, we're happy that we're finally releasing new music again.
Has it pushed you guys in any way to try and make music which is less clubby?
I think we were already doing that a little bit, but I think we just kind of made a lot of music last year, and we were really picky, like, okay, what to release right now and what to like keep in stock for later, for 2021, for when we have the festivals going on, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we kind of have a lot of music that's coming right now this year. So yeah, excited about that.
Nice.
You're kind of a resident name now. How did your career start to blow up? What was the process like?
We were like any producer out there, just starting at home in the bedroom, making music, sending it out to people. And suddenly we just came in contact with Danik through email, I guess. He played one of our first tracks on a festival, and actually we were also at that festival, so then we kind of hang out with him.
Crazy.
And he introduced us to, I think, the label manager at the time of Revealed, and then we just started sending tracks to Revealed, got in contact with Hardwell, and from there on it kind of blew up for us, doing some first shows with Revealed, and got some gigs off of our first singles, and from there on it started rolling and rolling. So.
And do you recall your first big gig? Like, what was it like to first stand there on that stage?
Like, our first big gig was actually really big. It was for 20,000 people.
Wow.
And, it was a free festival in Breda, here in Holland. Yeah, we won a DJ contest then to actually play there.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really dope. And that was actually the moment that we also decided, okay, we're a duo now for fun, but it's going to be more of a thing right now. We really want to pursue this as a DJ.
Because did you guys both start out as a duo?
No, we actually started producing like ourselves, and then we met through music, actually. I think we actually met through the internet. You had these forums online.
Yeah.
I think it was actually Vato Forum or Leeuwarden Luke Forum, one of the two. Back in the days, you just uploaded music there and people would like give their feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we were like actually doing that, and we liked each other's music, so we just decided to make a track one day. And from there
on, the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
I mean, we kind of consider you to be an EDM veteran. What do you think are the good and the bad sides about the EDM industry as a whole? Like, what's really nice and what's terrible?
Good question. A bad thing, there's more bad things, of course, but a bad thing is probably people being in it for the money. And a good thing is, there's a lot of good things about it.
Name a few, I mean.
Well, that's a funny thing. Maybe the money and people being in it for the money also made it bigger. It's a double-sided kind of thing. It also ruins it a little bit. Because fees, I think, started to get too big. And then festivals started to book only headliners and then didn't have money anymore for like semi-headliners. So then you would have a festival that would actually have a pretty bad lineup. or a festival that would have a really big lineup, but then would be like bankrupt
Very
the next
short.
year.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's getting a little bit better now because people are starting to love the music more and also love new people more. It's not only about the money anymore.
Who do you consider the most up-and-coming talent of this moment?
Ooh, always a difficult question. One, because I have to admit I haven't seen a lot of talent last year, new talent, because there hasn't been a lot of new refreshing music, I guess. The new refreshing music is kind of coming right now a little bit, I guess. Like, we've been in the EDM scene for quite a long time, but I'm always listening to different kinds of styles. I think last year Artbot really did a really good job in like the techno scene. And you also see some influences of their style, like Artbot, but also Camel Fat, kind of like the deeper sides that are now being introduced into the EDM scene.
Last year also, I would say, symbolized the explosion of slap house as a genre.
Yeah.
It has come up now in almost every interview in which we've done, in which we discuss slap house as a style.
Okay.
What's your opinion on it?
I don't get it, and not because I'm not saying slap house songs can't be good, but to me slap house is not a genre, it's a bass.
Yeah.
It's a certain kind of bass and it's a certain kind of rhythm everybody uses.
Yeah.
So I would say you can always use a slap bass inside your track and make a track around it.
Yeah.
But I don't really think you can name a track like a genre slap house if you're only just using one kind of bass, using it in every single track, throw a vocal on it, and then just name it slap house.
Yeah.
I don't really get that. But then there are some people that use the kind of the hype of slap house pretty good. For instance, the track Rise by Lost Frequency has a slap house kind of bass, but it isn't focused on that bass.
No.
It's focused on all the rest of the production.
Yeah.
But the slap bass really complements the track.
Well, I think now is a good time to give some feedback to some up-and-coming artists.
Yeah, sure.
We have a couple of songs. The first one is called Undercover by MTHS.
Okay.
Thank you for sending this one in.
On my mind, don't go so soon until you're mine. This will not end, I'm stopping time. Just me and you on time now. Make me wonder, make me another way. Take me under, take me underway. Light a fire, light the other match again. Undercover, undercover, yeah. We own the night now. We're taking on another heat rush. We own the night now. Undercover love, undercover love. You're standing there, I drift away. I sign my name, this game will play. For real, kiss me, I'm underway. A spell I can't get out of.
Alright, I think that's enough. What do you think?
Alright, super dope track.
Yeah.
Super dope track. Yeah, I like it. Really good melody. Nice energy in the drop. Not a lot to say about that. I would suggest to look at the vocal one more time. I love the vocal. It's really catchy, good singer. But I think you can get more out of it. It's a little bit like softly in the mix. And also when you hit the chorus, it all stays the same energy-wise. So maybe like in the chorus you could give it some more backings, maybe even make a little choir out of it, to give it a little bit of that extra energy when it hits the chorus. And I actually found a plugin yesterday that really does like really simple choirs out of just one sample or one vocal.
Yeah.
But you can also do it yourself. Just make sure that you layer the leads in different kind of ways. So maybe Foreman shift it a little bit. Put one of the vocal samples an octave down, one an octave up. Make it some a little bit more stereo than the others. Some delaying. Just make sure that you're not doubling the same sample over and over.
All right, well, that's solid feedback. Thank you for sending it in. It's not MTHS, by the way, it's pronounced MIDS. I just saw that, so sorry for that. MIDS, thank you. Let's move on with some more questions.
All right.
Because I'm kind of curious, what's the sickest festival you've ever played at?
The sickest festival we've ever played at? That's in Vietnam, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's a funny story, actually, because we almost missed it. Because we had we were at the airport here in Holland to fly there. We came to the gate and they told us, where's your visa to go there? And we're like, oh, we don't need visa, we get them at the airport. And then the flight company KLM, they were like, no, you have to have it before you enter the gates, otherwise you cannot board the plane. And it was actually that KLM kind of changed their rules like a week before, that you have to have it before you enter the plane.
Okay.
And nobody knew that. So we were like, okay, no, we cannot enter the plane. We missed the flight. We were at the airport for, I think, 5 hours checking out new flights. And we flew a different flight like 7 hours later. But then we knew we had to make the whole journey and we couldn't have any rest. We were on the road for like 20 hours or something. And then we went straight to the festival. But they actually waited for us because we were like 15 minutes too late. And nobody was playing. They just stopped the music from the DJ before and everybody was waiting. And it was a festival with like 15 to 20,000 people on the main stage. So it was just, everybody was just singing and waiting before we came up.
It's quite an entrance.
The show was really big, a lot of fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
Our biggest show ever. But we also didn't know that before. No one really knew over here in Holland. Like our booker was like, okay, I think it's a festival of like 5,000 people. Okay, nice. And we came there and it was like 3 times as big.
All right, then we have some dilemmas for you, really difficult ones.
All right.
All right, so the first one, you can only listen to Crazy Frog by Axel F all day. Or only listen to Thomas the Tank Engine.
The first one, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Crazy Frog?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, it's a banger.
It's a really good tune, actually.
Yeah,
annoying, but really good.
Yeah, it's true.
Would you rather pat every bald man on the head that you see?
Like Ryan, you have to...
Or would you wear a 17th century wig all the time?
I would rather wear the wig, I guess, because it's... I think you can make a fashion statement out of it.
That's true.
Rubbing every bald man would actually be a big part of my life then. I would have to rub every bald man I would
Just imagine if you go to a festival and...
yeah. Luckily people are pretty young over there and not too bald, I guess, but still.
Fair enough.
I think you will see a few bald men every day.
Yeah.
Probably.
It'd be tiring. Yeah, that's understandable.
So no, we'll make the wig a fashion statement.
Can you tell us something that almost nobody knows about, Tom and Jame, but you guys?
Oh, I'd have to think. Something people don't really know. Some people think we're like the best friends, and it's not that we're not friends, but we don't really see each other a lot in our spare time. And that's because we see each other a lot when we're working.
Yeah.
So we also really have our own group of friends and we try to see them as much as we can as well.
So you guys also started a label, your own label.
Yeah.
I think which probably a few people also don't know yet. How did that come about? Because you set it up together with a partner, right? You, Tom Jame, and someone else.
Yeah, it's kind of something we do next to our music for Tom and Jame. because we make a lot of music and a lot of different styles, and we also wanted to release those different styles. So it doesn't really have a lot to do with Tom Jame right now. It's a side project. We make a lot of like hip hop stuff, lo-fi music, deeper house tunes. And we do that together with Max from, he was formerly known under Dirt Caps.
Nice.
It's doing really good. A lot of friends release on the label, and a lot of people are already sending demos, so it's pretty dope.
Nice.
Yeah, can you tell us any like crazy fucked up backstage story that nobody knows, because we all think the DJ life is like really outrageous and fueled with alcohol, you know what I mean?
The funny thing is, there's always alcohol, of course, and stuff like that, and you always have fun.
Yeah.
But actually, the backstage isn't always as fun as people think.
No.
People think everything's going on backstage, but mostly backstage is business stuff.
Yeah.
People chatting to each other because they don't get to see each other a lot because they're always touring. I don't really have like some juicy backstage stuff, but there have been some dope parties. It's really dope when you're on the other side of the planet and you're playing at a festival where there's like 80% Dutch DJs. So everybody in the crowd is going nuts on the festival, and backstage we're like drinking beers and screaming Dutch things, and talking about soccer and stuff like that, and just being Dutch guys in freaking Mexico. I don't know. So that's really dope.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But but no more juicy stuff, I guess. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Nice. Then we want to thank you for coming today, Tom, and giving some feedback, answering some questions for us.
All right, man.
It's been a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
See you next time.
Bye. Thumbs up.
Adios.
So before we go, a quick word to thank our sponsors, Bourguignon. It's a car company in Leeuwarden. They provide us with the Skoda Enyaq, a great car, fully electric.
Of course, also shout out to DZZY who made our t-shirts. If you're looking for dope design, go check out his website. We'll add all the links in the descriptions as always. We'd like to thank you for watching.
Yep.
And if you enjoyed these videos, leave us a like and subscribe, because it allows us to make more of these videos.
Yeah.
And see you next time.
See you next week. Bye. Bye. Bye.